pricey prizes,
55,000, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100.
exotic foods and desserts, and free-flowing decadent wines. But behind the glitz, buckets of bubbly, and out-of-this-world auction items,
Chanel,
Maybe Portugal.
Oscars, the cars, it's for the kids.
It's all for the kids.
welcome to special coverage of the Naples Winter Wine Festival, a 3-day lavish event that culminates right here at the Ritz-Carlton Naples Tiburon. I'm Lindsay Sablon. Over the next half hour, I'll show you the incredible food, one-of-a-kind auction items, and of course, all the wine you can drink that makes this event so special. This year's theme is generosity in full bloom. I think the woman who runs the festival sums it up the best.
The amount of generosity that comes our way from individuals from within the community, but also from outside the community, and that generosity stays here. When I think of bloom, I think of all the children that will bloom into amazing young adults and continue to help their community and pay it forward.
If you haven't heard of the festival, it is ranked as one of the top 10 arts and entertainment events for wealthy Americans. And all of that magic happens right here under this tent. 650 people from all over the world, Argentina, England, Italy, will be here this weekend.
340.
But all of that money they spend Saturday during the auction, and it's a lot, stays in Collier County. The festival kicks off Friday when all of the guests get to meet some of the children who benefit from the money raised. It's their opportunity to hear directly from those they help. Saturday is the big show, where more than 2,000 bottles of wine are served. But it's also focused on the auction, when bidders compete
A 4-day trip to Champagne
for incredible trips and exclusive cars. I get to be a part of a lot of these fundraisers, and I have to admit the Naples Winter Wine Festival is unlike any other. So who's the group behind it? It's called the Naples Children in Education Foundation, or NCEF. It started pretty cool with a group of friends. I had the opportunity to interview part of that core group 4 years ago. Valerie Boyd, her husband Jeff Gargiulo, and friend Brian Cobb are some of the faces who started the Naples Winter Wine Festival in 2001.
You could feel the electricity in that crowd.
But no one knew how much people would pay for expensive lots of wine.
And boom, the gavel went down, and the first lot was purchased by Jim Figge.
Through the years, the festival's grown, even survived a difficult recession.
If you want to do something right, you want to have some peer pressure. When your wife or your husband's on the team, you can't fail.
There are now 41 couples who are active trustees or donors. As parents or grandparents, we are charged with the toughest job we'll ever have: raising future generations. For most kids, having fun is what it's all about. I can picture my 2 children splashing around this water park right here at the Ritz without a worry in the world. And that's what we want: carefree children who can focus at school, but otherwise be kids. For hundreds of children in Collier County, that's impossible. They're worried about where their next meal's coming from. They can't see the board at school. They aren't getting the proper vision, health, and mental care they need. Maybe they don't even have a place to go after school. That is where NCEF steps in to fund nonprofits that provide those resources. This year's focus: putting down roots, making sure early learning centers get the money they need to also support mental health. Where do you start? A 2016 national survey of children's health found 50,000 preschoolers were suspended at least once. 17,000 were expelled. Now there is one woman trying everything she can to keep kids in school. With air guitar and other cool moves, Jen Schaff works her magic to help keep our littlest family members in daycare.
So Johan Hell started with Fun Time in August in the Head Start program. His parents had told us that he was asked to leave another center due to some behavioral concerns.
It seems almost criminal to kick a child out of school just as they're getting started, but it actually happens often.
Can everybody do an elephant trunk?
As we were receiving calls of children being asked to leave their early learning center, preschool programs, and some as young as 2 years old.
Schaff, who worked at Able Academy, a school for children with developmental delays, got to talking with her colleagues like Dr. Colleen Cornwall and felt there had to be an answer. With money from NCEF, they created the STAR program. It stands for Specialized Therapeutic Analysis Resources. The goal? Get children the help they need to stay in school.
In a nutshell, we help with all things behavior and language based. So we work in the classroom with teachers and training them on specific strategies to help children communicate more.
Come on, we're gonna move our bodies.
When Schaff started with Joangel in August, it was one-on-one. Now she's giving him space as he thrives in the classroom.
In the U.S. today, 250 children a day are expelled from their preschool settings.
Dr. Colleen Cornwall still runs Able Academy and knew they couldn't and didn't need to serve every child they got a call about, but also knew they needed someone like Schaff to get these children extra help.
Or if you're at a table not with other children, that message is ringing through loud and clear. I don't care what language you speak. So the child starts to feel bad about themselves.
Yacht.
A yacht. Very good.
When Owen came to Funtime Academy, he didn't talk. He couldn't ask for milk or ask for help. So what do?
I had some cards that we were working on. He would flip them over and start reading them. We just started writing all kinds of words down, and he can read any word you show him.
Not even in kindergarten, and Owen was reading words like chair, school, octopus. But who knows how long that would have taken to figure it out without Schaff.
And just the way he smiled, and I felt like I was very helpful in that moment. Like I saw something that he could do, and then I shared it with his teachers and his parents, and he was proud.
That pride because someone took the time to show Owen he is a star and will thrive in school if given the chance. She'll work with the child, teachers, and parents to get the services needed, and all of it is completely free to the family. One of the unique things about NCEF, since it's private, it can pivot on a moment's notice. That happened during COVID when they created an entire website and app called Collier Cares. Wink News anchor Rachel Cox-Rosen explains how it works.
One in the back seat.
As car after car crawls through the Our Daily Bread mobile food giveaway line at Lely High School, volunteer Wanda Smith smiles at each one.
Stop.
Helping deliver food to them is food for her soul.
You have no idea how good that feels. It feels like a blessing. It really does.
Because 7 years ago, she wasn't a volunteer. She was a guest at Our Daily Bread. Life uncertain, bills stacking up.
I see the people, and I see myself in them. I see some of them in desperation. It brings me back to where I was.
But Our Daily Bread took some of that burden away.
They give us so much food. I think that it helped me with a lot of bills. Also, they had a lot of resources.
There are people in our community needing a hand up, and so we offer that hand up. We're a community resource. We offer food, hope, and encouragement.
And finding that is easy with Collier Cares, a site created by nonprofit the Naples Children and Education Foundation, or NCEF.
Collier Cares is our help all in one place app.
All laid out here on this map. Within those numbered bubbles are hundreds of resources available in Collier County. You can break them down by subject here on the left. Of course, food resources to help you find food pantries and meal giveaways. There are also 24-hour hotlines for all sorts of crises: drug, alcohol, mental and physical health. And there's also an education tab here for access to adult education classes or aftercare for your kids. There's so much more with just a few clicks of a mouse.
Or a few taps of a finger with the mobile app.
They're a great group of people, and they do things so selflessly.
Connecting folks to life-changing resources, like it did for Wanda. In Lely, Rachel Cox-Rosen, Wink News.
To help others, you have to raise money. There are 50 auction items, and they're all listed in this book. Experiences or items curated just for this festival. Wink News anchor Corey Lazar talked to this year's festival chair, Ralph Steyer, about how they convince companies and individuals to donate one-of-a-kind packages.
One word, it's called Rolodex.
And needless to say, Ralph Steyer, who started Johnsonville Sausage, has a full Rolodex.
We've been able to build up a lot of friends over the years, friends who can help to support an auction.
That support has led to dozens of incredible trips around the globe, many Ralph and his wife Shelley have done.
Dubai, Switzerland, Thailand, Vietnam.
Then there are exclusive items you'd never find just for sale, like this private yacht owned by Steyer's good friend Shahid Khan, a billionaire businessman who also owns the Jacksonville Jaguars.
It's 315 feet long. It is a super yacht. It's one yacht of the year. It's one of the most amazing yachts in the world, and they donated a week for our group to buy. It's going to be phenomenal.
From the sea to the land, the cars bidders can win are incredible. A Tiffany blue 1972 Fiat 500 Jolly conversion convertible to a pink 1966 Ford Bronco inspired by the Barbie movie.
We have an electric Rolls Royce.
One of the first green Rolls Royce rolling right into Naples. And of course, you have to have wine.
And we created a lot called the Trustees Treasure Trove. And these are rare wines. And I am told this is the finest collection of wine ever to go on sale at any wine auction anywhere in this country.
At least 33 of the 50 lots have wine experiences. Corey Lazar, Wink News.
And again, all of that money raised at the auction stays right here in Collier County for the kids. Next, putting smiles on those young faces.
We do the dentistry in one sitting so that the patients are more comfortable.
And serving up some sizzle, cooking up palate-pleasing creations. We take you into the kitchen of a celebrity chef still ahead. The first Naples Winter Wine Festival was held in 2001, and they have always called the Ritz-Carlton Naples Tiburon home since day one. To date, NCEF has raised $269 million. They identified 7 areas to focus on. They call it their strategic initiatives, and they're all focused around a child's well-being. Early learning, healthcare, hunger, mental health, after school time, vision, and oral health. And oral health sometimes presents unique challenges. Wink News health and medical reporter Amy Osher shows us how NCEF turns your dollars into specialized dental treatment for kids.
Situated on the Collier campus of Florida Southwestern State College is the state-of-the-art NCEF Pediatric Dental Center. It fills a great need, UF Dental resident Alexandra Fuller tells me. Most of her patients are considered high risk.
They do have generalized cavities throughout their mouth, and to be able to bring them in multiple visits and have them sit comfortably and not be afraid for future visits, it's very difficult.
Mom Wendy Sharon knows what it feels like. Her 12-year-old son Jesse has Down syndrome. Going to the dentist was hard on everyone.
Jesse has a fear of anyone putting their hands near his mouth, so a lot of times we couldn't even get him to open his mouth.
This center is designed to help kids with special needs and kids with complex cases. It offers things other dental offices don't.
This is the room that we see a lot of our special needs patients in. It is separate from the rest of the clinic.
Putting patients at ease is only the beginning. To accomplish what needs to be done, many of the kids will need to be sedated.
Where an anesthesia team comes into the office and provides the anesthesia care, and we do the dentistry in one sitting so that the patients are more comfortable, they're asleep.
There is a great need for IV sedations, which can cost thousands of dollars in the open market. All of the procedures done here are absolutely free to the patient. Thanks to funding from the Naples Children and Education Foundation, it foots the entire bill for sedation services, something Jesse sorely needed.
When he needed to have some teeth extracted, he was actually able to come into the facility and be put under IV sedation right here, which was so fantastic.
Because we have so many gracious donors, that's the only reason we're able to upkeep and do this.
It's a constant challenge. The wait list for sedation grows by about 10 kids each week. Regardless of cost, fixing their smiles is priceless. Amy Osher, Wink News.
From dental care to fostering learning, one big part of NCEF's mission is to make sure that children have a safe and healthy environment even when school is not in session. Wink News anchor Taylor Petras shows us a unique summer camp, all funded by WineFest dollars.
The Florida sun didn't slow down Abigail Konopik on the soccer field. She was one of 30 Special Olympics athletes who participated in Camp Shriver this past summer.
It's really fun. It gets me out of the house and off my electronics.
On the sideline watching the action, Naples Children and Education Foundation trustee Dina Ray Hancock.
What a fun group. I mean, watching them out there playing soccer was just spectacular. And then one of the things I love too is you see the kids, Collier County kids, that are here participating side by side with all the campers. I mean, that's lifelong change that's happening.
It's really rewarding. After you go home, you're tired, but like you get this sense of I've done something good today.
For 2 years, thanks to funding from NCEF, the Community School of Naples has been able to host Camp Shriver. The athletes are paired up with high school students for a week filled with activities.
We need to make sure that these students with intellectual disabilities feel that they are a part of that community. Without their funding, we wouldn't be able to do anything like this. So we are super grateful to have them recognize the importance of having programs like this in our community.
That's why Hancock says it's important for her to get out and see what her community needs and how the money from NCEF helps make it possible.
I think it's one of the most important and special things that you can do as a trustee, because it's really about stewarding the money that so many donors, not just from Naples, but from throughout the world, come and give through that Winter Wine Fest and through our philanthropy program.
Camp Shriver gives everyone a chance to participate and fosters new friendships.
I love the community.
Athlete Ian Anjuli and his partner Mason Dubbs now have a new special handshake to show off their bond.
He's awesome. I love him. I mean, he has a great personality. Uplifts me every day.
Taylor Petras, Wink News.
Trustees like Dina Ray Hancock are incredibly involved in who gets the money to make sure there are checks and balances. A team of them are part of the grant committee. Keep in mind, these are people who already donated their treasure, but they also want to donate their time. Speaking of donating time, Sue Lottridge is one of 300 volunteers helping to pull off the Naples Winter Wine Festival. On this day, she was preparing Brahmin designer handbags made with leather from Italy and all over the globe to hand out to guests. And when we asked her about what it's like under the tent for Saturday's auction, here's how she described it.
It is so full of electricity. When they start bidding and they end the bid on a particular lot, everybody's so happy for them and they're clapping and hooping and hollering. It's wonderful.
It is wonderful. In order to make sure the money raised goes to kids, the ticket to get in is pricey. Access for one couple for the weekend is $17,500. With that kind of money, the food and wine better be elevated. And it is. Next, we go into the kitchen with an internationally recognized chef, Brad Kilgore. Plus, you don't have to attend the festival to get in on the action. From lavish meals, fine wine, to sporting events, how you can walk away a winner and help children. The 2024 Naples Winter Wine Festival will feature the culinary talents of 18 celebrity chefs with food and wine flown in from across the globe. Gulf Shore Life food editor Andrew Atkins takes us into the kitchen of one of those celebrity chefs.
The sizzle, the smells. It's like you can taste Chef Brad Kilgore's passion for pleasing the palate. He's traveled the world perfecting his culinary art.
So when I started traveling and learning about, like, for example, Thai cuisine, I never knew anything could taste like that. Sweet, sour, salty, bitter, spicy, all at the same time, explosion. And I said, this is what I want to seek out. I want to create these sort of flavors.
Now the chef does so at his restaurant, Marigold's Brasserie, in the Wynwood Arts District of Miami. He melds imaginative ingredients with meticulous technique to create culinary masterpieces. Kilgore, a James Beard Best Chef South nominee and Food and Wine Best New Chefs in America alumnus, was invited to the Naples Winter Wine Festival by Michelin-starred chef John Tizar.
Obviously, there's chefs from all around the country that are there, some of the greatest chefs. It's quite an honor to be invited to participate.
Participate and cook up a creation to feed the generosity of others. In Miami, Andrew Atkins, Golf Show Life.
And before we leave you, there is one more way you can help the kids. The silent auction is live right now and includes some very cool experiences. And of course, there is plenty of wine and winery items to bid on. You can get to the auction page and learn more about all of the events over the next few days on winknews.com. A special thank you to the Ritz-Carlton Naples Tiburon for this exclusive access. And we leave you with a few of the young faces who benefit, grow, and prosper from our community's generosity in full bloom.